Welcome friends, this is your V.Palanichamy and we have been talking about the competitive exam strategies, success strategies, and today's episode is learn from history. Now what do we learn from history for a competitive exam? Yes, why we should read history, right? Normally there are kings and queens, so much things went into the fight and then discussion. Many things happen in the whole world throughout history, and even latest political history. Just to see that one government does, another government does something give a positive feedback, and another gives negative feedback. So learn from history, whatever it is, whatever things you do. If you commit a mistake and really redo it again, so that's what you have to learn from history. Now, two things we are going to speak about it. What you have to, the time is more important. Time factor is very, very important. First thing which I want to tell you is like we take it from history, because from sports, especially cricket. Now, in 1983 World Cup, everybody thought that because it was a mighty West Indies, it cannot be really won, and no team can defeat that. And it was happening in England, of course, June 26th. And 1983, so such a big, game, and it was India's first batting, and those days it was about a 60 overs match, not a 50 overs match. Now see this, 5 days game, and 1 day game was with the 60 overs, then it evolved to 50 overs, now it's a 20-20 meeting, right? And there are places, I was told, even 10 overs also matches are going on. I don't know what extent then we are fast forward in life, right? But this was a 60 overs match, and India scored 184, I think, and it was I think 183 in 54.4 overs. And what Kapil Dev, the captain of Indian team, he told everybody that when they were going for a second, it was a fielding, they said, now West Indies have nothing, so we have 183 in our bow. So how we can defeat them? So every ball is important. That's a motivation. Every ball is important, and then we will just defeat them, and then we'll contain them below 150. What a confidence with the Kapil Dev. So this match progressed. It was slow overs, and then Binny played a big thing, Madanlal played a big thing. So all these things with their teamwork, 140, they were all out in 52 overs. That's what history, right? What was the tactics? So it is a confidence which Kapil Dev had in him. So it made him to think in a different way, motivate the boys in a different way, so that he can win over the mighty West Indies. They were undefeatable, and they were not even defeated once in the World Cup, and 2 cups in 75 and 79 and 83 match, and India won. It was the first country other than West Indies winning this, like breaking the jinx. So that's what the first part. The second part is a real world history. The time factor, very, very important. We know all that Second World War was a big thing, like Nazis and then other Axis power, how they were working on it, and it was one led by German, other led by US and UK, and supported by so many parties in the Axis power. It was a last moment. Every country, like most of the European power countries, were under the defeat, under this guy, under this Nazis power. They won one by one, and all were under them. And they said, okay, in another 6 hours, we will really defeat and we will capture London. So that's what the message the Nazis gave from German. They said, okay, in 6 hours, we will defeat them, we will capture London. And this message, that olden days, it was like a walkie-talkie, and then it was a radio, and radio message received by then Prime Minister of UK, and then he was steering the World War II from the Axis power. It was Winston Churchill. And what Winston Churchill is a very, very effective communicator. He used to speak very well. How this side was Hitler, he speaks so much and then mesmerizes people, and the other side, a person, Winston Churchill, also speaks very well. Then he communicates with the people, and he told the soldiers, saying that, no, don't worry, we have a 6 hours in hand. Now you just think, they have given a ultimatum of 6 hours. It's an ultimatum. It's an ultimatum for Nazis given to the Axis power and England to capture London. But so the Prime Minister of UK, he says we have 6 hours in our hand to save our nation and save our all Axis power parties. So they made a strategy in such a way that the Nazis could not even cross English Channel. They could not go enter into UK. They got defeated in the hands of the mighty, the sea power. The sea power was so powerful, like England had a sea power. Sea power was excellent sea power. They had it, like this Nazi fell in, and it was a win for the Axis power. Of course, it was Winston Churchill, right? So what was this mighty? These guys, like Nazi said, the 6 hours an ultimatum, but he had, yes, we have a 6 hours time in our hand and then we can win over it. So they got it. This in 5 hours they got defeated, right? 1 hour they had spare time. So life is like that only. One has to learn from things, learn from history. Why we have to learn from history? Many people used to ask that, no, why should we read history? Why should we read all these subjects? No, because there were kings and queens, there were a period in political history which I told, we mentioned in earlier, in the starting of this video, like people do commit mistake. Everybody is not God, even God commit mistake if there is a God at all. But problem is, now how we really deal with the things. Now people think, no, whatever we do, it's right. No, it may not be right. It may not be right because there are, like it's like you play a snooker ball. When you hit one ball, so next ball you can make it. Even billiards also same time. But you can see that it goes, you can aim one ball. The maximum you can think that how the first ball will go and hit the second ball. You cannot decide how the second ball will go and hit the third ball. What the third ball will hit into fourth ball. It is all the fallback measure. It's a chain reaction. The chain reactions cannot be really contained in such a way that, but how we really make these things, because it's like our efforts and our hard work and our consistency and the way we think, the smart way or hard way, whatever the way really do it, that makes matters. So boys and girls and youngsters, adolescents in school, those who are in schools and college, and those who are 100% dedicated to the any competitive exam preparation, they should really think how we can really achieve these things, these type of hard, very, very tough exams like civil services or IIT, JEE, or even NEET, even CAT, Common Admission Test, how to enter IIM, that to top IIMs. See, these are the competitive exams, tough in nature, but it's a competition, it's a running race. It's a number of seats are fixed, it's not university exam. But you have to have a strategy. The strategy should really make you to win over in the time frame. But you cannot prepare for 10 and 12 years for your civil services. There are people prepare for hours. They start at the age of 21 or 22, they be there, that yes, last age of 40, so they really go on continuously wasting their life. It's like 22, 60 years of 40 years, like productive years, first 20 years. In that 20 years, you will be just continuously preparing, how much you will really work for it, right? So this is very, very important. So you have to have a time frame, when and how you will win an examination. Unless otherwise you have time factor, time frame in your success, you cannot win on it. You cannot ever continuously prepare. Somebody will ask, what are you doing? I am preparing for exam. How many years can go on telling that you have been preparing for examination? You can tell 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Maximum I will tell you it's like 4 years you can say, and 3 attempts. But there are people do 11 attempt, 12 attempt, 13 attempt, it's no attempt, no, it's really a waste for me according to me, because you are wasting your prime age of youth and adolescent age, youth, especially youth prime age of just preparing and then, wasting time, right? So keep a time frame. That's very, very important in achieving something great in your life. That's what the time management which he said, the conditions we are talking about it, how you have to spend your time so that you can achieve the target which you really fix and then work on it. So have a plan, have a master plan, a roadmap. The roadmap, how you will travel in that roadmap, and you have a medium term, short term, medium term and long term. You fix your time frame. Any preparation, any competitive exam, have a time frame in your mind. really implement it perfectly so that you will be able to achieve any examination in a time frame. So this is learning from the history. When unless otherwise you learn from history. One more point I would like to really say about it. You all know about it, moon landing. It was all, it's who remembers, like we remember first man to land in moon, it was Armstrong, Neil Armstrong. Actually, Neil Armstrong was a main pilot, and the main pilot was Aldrin. Aldrin was the main pilot. When the command came from down from the earth, please land. But he thought a while, what will happen if I land in this a new creature or a new land, and how it will affect in his body or something, what type of place it will be, what type of land this will be. It just a sparkle, a mind just it went into it. He was the main pilot, he was supposed to land first. But the moment next time they thought that okay, he already landed it. But they command, okay, yeah, second in command, Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong did not even think anything. Once the command he received it, he just got down, landed it. See this time frame in the history. The fellow who thought a while, he could not make mystery. He was supposed to make a history, but he did not make history, Aldrin. But it was the person who was in second in command. He did not even think, and then he kept these things in mind. The command came. The fraction of a second he got over it, and then he got the history. He is in the history. Who really first landed in the moon? It was Neil Armstrong, and it was supposed to be Aldrin. This is what life. Opportunity comes and goes. Normally, we don't really follow those things, and then unless otherwise, you have a proper time frame, hard work, timetable, and then follow meticulously so that you can win in that time frame. So the takeaway point, very very important point, is learn from history so that you don't commit such a mistakes. Never you commit such a mistake, so that you are win on any of your accomplishment, any work, you get your victory as early as possible and then straight. So thank you very much. So we will take the time management, that series of all videos is over, and then we will take up a new topic in this success video strategy in the next video. So thank you very much.
For more videos, subscribe our channel. Please like, share and comment. Don't forget to click the bell icon.